gentlemen, and welcome to Waterloo High School for round 2 of our Mississippi Valley Mega Night here from Waterloo. The Indians on their own, getting ready for their second test in the Mississippi Valley. As they are ready and raring to go, coming off a winner last on Monday night in Cahokia. They are feeling strong as the Indians come rolling into Waterloo. We're glad to have you with us here tonight. Indians and the Dogs, a rivalry that has just continued to be a good one every single time. For the Indians, though, first time they will be road tested in the MVC. They've only played one contest in conference play, and that was last Friday, a week ago, as they fell in a devastating overtime loss to the Highland Bulldogs. So they lost to the Bulldogs last week. Now they get a crack at a different Bulldog on the road here tonight in Highland. It's hoping and looking to be a good one here tonight, as we just about ready to go, about 11 minutes or so until we tip things off between these two teams. Mascoutah, coming into this game, they've had an offense that has performed spectacularly well, averaging over 60 points a game so far in their first 5 games, averaging 62.6 and outscoring their opponents by a 5.4-point margin, allowing just 57.4 points per game. So what that really means is they're playing close games. They've played a lot of close basketball so far this year and have been treated to some good games, and tonight looks to be no different. Waterloo has had a pretty good offense as well, 55.7 points per game. Their defense, though, has been better than the Indians. They're only allowing 47 points. So it certainly will be interesting tonight to see which team holds out. The statistics say, in my opinion, the statistics would favor Waterloo. But the Indians have had some big moments, and they have fared well. They did lose last week, though, in overtime. Bounced back, a good win over Cahokia, 77-63. That was a season-high 77 points. And again, I mentioned that loss against Highland. I mean, it was a game that the Indians thought they had put away. 25 seconds to go. They were up by 6. Waterloo hit a three, and then a turnover by the Indians resulted in Garen Stone hitting a jumper 3 from the corner that saw Highland score 6 points in a matter of 12 seconds, and the Indians never recovered in overtime and fell to the Bulldogs, the Highland Bulldogs, 65-60. But tonight, it's a bit of a different story. Of course, the big threat, though, is going to be the big guy. Alex Stell, number 22 for the Waterloo Bulldogs. He is the threat tonight for Waterloo. A 6'10 senior for the Bulldogs, averaging 22.9 points a night. And not only that, he's averaging 13.4 rebounds. Alex Stell, again, 22, number 22, averaging a double-double, shooting over 60% from the field, 75% from the free throw line, and not to mention 28% from 3, which for a big guy is not exactly anything to scoff at for a big guy when you're talking about 3-point shooting. So it certainly will be interesting to watch and see how the Indians will defend him. Again, he's 6'10". Now the Indians' big man on the other side, Matthew Smith, he comes in at 6'8". So Alex Dell, at least officially by the heights listed on there on the sheets that are passed out, will have 2 inches on the Indians' tallest player. So that is certainly something the Indians will have to keep an eye on, as I'm sure they will. I'm sure they've been practicing all week. I'm sure Cole Schumacher has had them practicing all week. I'm sure that's been a big point in practice about how are they going to deal with Stell. But it's going to be interesting to see how it goes as we keep things moving along tonight. We're going to take our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Mississippi Valley Conference and how things are stacking up tonight in the old MVC. You're watching the pregame show on the Indian Sports Network.
New to Mascoutah but open since 1972, Joe's Pizza has plenty to offer. No matter what you're in the mood for, Joe's Pizza has a variety of options for you. Check out their handmade pizzas, pastas, subs, salads, and wings located at 215 East Main in Mascoutah. Along with their delicious food, Joe's has friendly workers, a clean and safe environment, and fast and efficient service. Don't just take our word for it, look at many reviews left by members of our own community. Available for delivery or carryout. Joe's Pizza, where every bite feels like home.
Welcome back to the pregame show on the Indian Sports Network as the Indians and the Bulldogs get ready to meet for the first time this year. Always fun when these two MVC rivals collide. Speaking of the MVC, let's take a look at what's going on in the MVC right now. Right now, of course, you've got 3 teams, Waterloo, CM, Civic Memorial, and Highland, all 1-0 in conference. Waterloo, though, is the best overall team. They're 5-2 through their first 7. Civic Memorial 4-2. Mascoutah's 3-2. Triad 4-3. Highland 3-4. Jerseyville coming in 7 games played. They're 1-6. They have struggled to start the year. In and around the conference tonight. In and around the conference so far tonight, Triad, they are in Bulldogs taking on Civic Memorial. Mascoutah, of course, here in Waterloo. Jerseyville has made the trip up, and Jerseyville has made the trip to Highland. So certainly an interesting matchup tonight as the Dogs and the Indians get to face off first time this year. That Cole Schumacher's team will meet Dan Lane's. The Indians will be in their road purple jerseys tonight. Not the blacks, they're in the purple. Indians really save the blacks for home. They do occasionally wear them on the road, but they're in the purples tonight here in Waterloo. And with 4:05 remaining here before we tip things off, we got a good one. The Indians come into this game with 3 players averaging over 10 points a game, and that's where almost all of their scoring has came from so far this year. It's come all really from 3 guys, and ironically, those 3 guys were consecutive jersey numbers 2, 3, 4. That's 2, Stephen Hollins, number 3, Corey Harris, and number 4, Jaden McCoo. Stephen Hollins coming in with 16.8 points a game, That's second on the team. Corey Harris, 14 points a game for third. And Jaden McCoot, number 4, leads the team. He's scoring 19 points a game. He is second on the team in rebounds. Matthew Smith leads in rebounds with 7.2 points per game. Or rebounds per game, excuse me. Couple of good teams tonight. Waterloo coming in again. I mentioned that they are 5-2. They're coming off though. Waterloo coming in, by the way, has won 5 in a row. They dropped their first 2 games of the year. That was a game in Alton, and then they lost to Alton in a regular season meeting, and then fell. Their second game of the year was in the Alton tip-off tournament, and then they won 2 more games in Alton at that tournament, and then have since beat Westland Triad, and most recently on Tuesday night they won here on their home court against Melville. So it has certainly been good things going for the Indians, for the Bulldogs. 5 straight wins, trying to keep that going. The Indians trying to get their second consecutive win after a win against Cahokia on Monday, and then after they lost to Highland last Friday night. So the Indians have had a couple of days of practice since then, trying to do their best to pick up the dub here this evening. We'll take one final break in the pregame show. When we come back, it'll be tip-off time. It's the Indians and the Bulldogs. Tip-off is next. You're watching the Mascoutah Indians Sports Network.
You don't need to compromise to lift for a great price. Just go to the gym. New Energy Fitness is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Work privately or sign up for one of the many available classes. So swipe your membership card and head right on in. And with an amazing atmosphere and community, you'll feel right at home. So for great prices, equipment, and everything else, head to 602 West Main Street. Apply now at newenergyfit.com or call 618-448-0331.
welcome on back to Waterloo High School as we get ready for the Mascoutah Indians and the Waterloo Bulldogs. My name is Owen Dessler, and we're thrilled to have you with us tonight as the Bulldogs and the Indians meet for the first time in 2024-2025 here in Waterloo. Let's take a look at your starting lineups this evening for the Indians. It will be Stephen Hollins, Corey Harris, Jaden McCoo, Matthew Smith, and Carlo Garcia. For the Bulldogs tonight, it will be Trent Glenzer, Max Oswald, Tyler DeVitter, Alex Stell, the big man, 6'10 senior, mentioned him during the pregame show extensively, and then Reed Metzger, the 6' junior, will get the ball as well. And that will be that. So, we are just about set to go for tip here in Waterloo. Indians have brought a big student section tonight, 45-minute drive, and they are well represented. And the Indian student section well represented. The Indians as a whole well represented for the 45-minute drive it is to get on down here to Waterloo. So Alex Stell against Matthew Smith, and no surprise that Stell, who has 2 inches on Smith at least, gets the possession. Bulldogs in quickly, have it over. It's Max Oswald who dishes it across for Reed Metzger, trying to drive in, gives it back out for Glenzer. Glenzer gives it up for DeVitter. DeVitter on the right wing, and DeVitter's going to walk going into the lane. Ball will come down to the baseline. Carlo Garcia going to inbound it. Garcia gets it up for Corey Harris. Harris going to bring it up slowly across the timeline. Stephen Hollins in a bit of a battle with Glenzer, trying to get open. McCoo going to go to the corner. Carlo Garcia for 3 from the corner. That's not going to go, and a rebound belongs to Tyler DeVitter. DeVitter going to go over and across for Oswald. They look inside. Foul is called. It'll be on the floor. Ball go to the baseline. They're going to put that one and say it's against Carlo Garcia. So Garcia gets marked for his first foul of the game. Bulldogs come out of the baseline. They look inside for Stell. First touch of the game. We'll have a jump ball. That'll go to the Indians. So Stell on his first jump has the Indians all over him, and the Indians end up getting the basketball. 7:13 to go, first quarter. Corey Harris going to bring it up the floor. Across the timeline he comes. Bounce pass out for Hollins. Hollins looking across, finds McCoo. McCoo going to bring it. Sends it over to Matthew Smith, left corner. Hollins reverses it around. Now to McCoo on the other side. Indians playing 5 wide. Garcia in the corner gets it up. Harris, top of the circle, will bounce around a bit and fall down. Alex Stell gets the rebound. Bulldogs back the other way from left to right. Oswald has it between the circles, hands this one off for Glenzer, gives it up, and now Metzger gets it up and over for DeVitter. They look inside, Stell has to dish it back out, Glenzer for 3, and he got it. Excuse me, that was Max Oswald. Oswald hits the 3 for the right wing, and the Bulldogs strike first 3-0. Here's Jaden McCoo, he'll go left wing 3, and it airballs. Rebound though for Carlo Garcia's nowhere to go. Finds Matthew Smith, right wing 3. He nails it down. And Matthew Smith gets the Indians on the board, and we're all even at 3 here in the first. 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Down the floor come the Bulldogs. Glenzer playing captain of the offense. Finds Tyler DeVitter. Going back left wing, gives it across. It's Metzger. Dishes it out for Glenzer. Stell has to be on the arc. DeVitter dribbling back between the circles, swings it across for Oswald. Oswald gets it in for Metzger. He goes up off the window and it falls. And the Bulldogs take the 5-3 lead. Indians up the floor quickly. McCoo on the right wing. Baseball toss across Garcia. Quickly over to Harris, left corner. Harris bounces it back for Garcia, over to McCoo. Back up to Harris. Harris takes the dribble. Gets it to Smith, dribble him, drive, and then double team, just knocked it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Indians. Credit Max Oswald for getting a hand on it to knock it out of bounds. 5:07 to go in the first, 5-3 Bulldogs. Harris will inbound the basketball, gets it out to McCoo. McCoo had it, now lost it, and it's picked up by Divider. He sends it ahead for Metzger. Metzger swings over to Oswald. Oswald gonna pass it over for Trent Glenser, who swings it back over to the right wing. They kick it back out between the circles. Now over and across for Metzger. Metzger right wing, dribbling, gonna bring it between the circles. He's got McCoo up on him. They swing it across. Now back over and across. Here's Metzger between the circles. Lobs it in for Stell. Goes up and in. And there's Alex Stell doing what he does. And we'll get a timeout from the Indians, taken by Cole Shoemaker. The Bulldogs out to a 7-3 lead. 4:28 to go in the first. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. First touch of the night for one of the first touches of the night. I think the second or third maybe for Stell. But it results in Stell getting the up and under layup. And the Indians find themselves in a 4-point hole. And as more importantly, a 4-0 run here by the Bulldogs after the Indians, after a 3-point tie started off the game. Timeout is over, 4:28 to go here in the first. Corey Harris gonna bring it up left side. Left wing, now cuts across between the circles, pulls it back a little bit, goes over to McCoo. McCoo trying to drive, kicks it out. Hollins from the corner. Doesn't go, whistle blew before the shot. I think they say he stepped out of bounds before the shot came off, because that's where they inbound the ball. 4:14 to go, 7-3 Dogs. Reed Metzger gonna bring it right over the Bulldog logo midcourt. Cuts to his right, gonna try to go to the rim, doesn't go. Tap back by Stell, doesn't go, and the rebound belongs to McCoo. McCoo finds Hollins, dumps it down for Harris. Baseline, can't find McCoo. They say Harris stepped out of bounds, and the Bulldogs get it back. 3:54 to go in the first. 7-3. Reed Metzger gonna bring it up the floor. Metzger sends it over across right wing. Lob it in for Stell, has to kick it right back out. Oswald trying to go. He's going to try and find one. Doesn't want to go. Stell gets the rebound. He'll get fouled trying to go back up with it. And this one will be Carlo Garcia is going to get called for the foul. His second and the team's second of the game. Stell to the line, shooting over 75% from the line this year. And it's 8-3 Dogs. 3:35 to go in the first. Stell goes 2 for 2. 9-3. Corey Harris up the floor, he comes. Hands it off for McCoo. McCoo gives it to Hollins. Hollins swings it across, now back over to Garcia. Garcia to Harris, back to McCoo. McCoo gonna go now between the circles, pulls it back over a little bit, gonna go over to Harris. Harris between on the right wing, dishes it far corner for Matthew Smith. 3 ball off the right side of the rim, no good. Still with the rebound for the Dogs. 3:05 to go, we're in the first quarter. Reed Metzger up the floor for the Indians, for the Bulldogs rather. Here's a drive attempted by Owen Stork. Max Oswald gonna give it over to Metzger. Metzger has it knocked away, keeps it in bounds, but Garcia's got him wrapped up on the sideline. And we'll have a timeout taken by Waterloo, 30-second timeout. Great work there by the Indians to keep the ball contained on the sideline. And with the 30-second timeout, the Indians get a breather, down 6. Jarrell Crumble, by the way, checking into the game with this timeout. I'm not sure. We'll see when they return to the floor. We'll see when they return to the floor who he is replacing. Hard to tell for the moment who that will be. Crumble will replace Garcia. Here's a three from the right corner. That one misses off the rim from Divider. Crumble got the rebound, brings it up the floor. Now he's going to try to navigate to the lane, and he'll draw the foul from Alex Stell. So Crumble going to go to the line. And the first free throw, no good. Crumble coming into the game, a 50% free throw shooter. Three for 6 at the line coming into the night. His second free throw does not go. Make him 3 for 8. 2:25 to go first quarter, 9-3 Dogs. Handoff here. Coming. Tyler Divider gonna get it. Looking around. Finds Griffin Stork. Now it's Metzger at the top. Lobs it inside for Stell. Stell to the hook. And Stell finds the basket. The Indians down by 8. 11-3. 2 minutes to play in the first. Here's a three from the right corner by Jarrell Crumble. And the Indians cut the lead by a bit. 11-6. 5-point game. Down to 1:48 to play in the first. Swing gonna come across. They get it to the right corner for Griffin Stork. Stork brings it. Now gets it across over with Tyler Divider. Back over. Stork, baseline, went to a knee. Ball's loose and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Waterloo. It was Divider who was going after it, the 6'2 sophomore. And he will inbound the ball just to the left of the basket. Reed Metzger has it, right wing, gonna give it across for Griffin Stork. Stork swings it back across. Stork sends it, now Metzger. Looking around, gets it over for Owen Niebrugge, who nails the three from the right wing. 8-point game again, 14-6 Bulldogs, 54 seconds to go. Crumble fakes the three, now gives it over to Harris, left wing. Goes right, now cuts left, gets it up to McCoo, left corner three. And Jaden McCoo able to get the three. The Indians have 9 points, they've hit 3 3-pointers. 36 seconds to go. Down the floor, Metzger didn't have anywhere to go, finds Divider. Indians wanted to travel, now the ball gets thrown away. McCoo will have it on the baseline here in front of the Waterloo crowd. Corey Harris will bring it up the floor here for the Indians. 25 seconds to go, 14-9. Crumble on a pump fake, gets it over to Smith. Now back over, here's Smith from three, got it. Crumble got the offensive glass. Stephen Holland's back out. 10 seconds to go in the first, 14-9, 5-point game. McCoo, Harris, corner, three, doesn't go. Rebound goes to Luke Gilbert, and the time winds down to the first quarter. 14-9 after one here in Waterloo. The Bulldogs on top of the Indians. So far, the Indians 3 threes, and that has been it. You're watching the Mascoutah Sports Network. Second quarter is next. This is the Indian Sports Network.
Good morning, Papa Joe. Feeling tired after work and need an afternoon pick-me-up? Scoot on around to Scooter's Coffee to satisfy your caffeine needs. Scooter's Coffee, located across the street from Mascoutah High School, is serving up hot, fresh coffee, cold, refreshing drinks, and a variety of foods such as breakfast burritos and muffins. Scooter's is open Monday to Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on the weekends from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Scoot on around today.
Start of the second quarter as we welcome you back to Waterloo here on the Mascoutah Indian Sports Network. Ball starts in the hands of Owen Niebrugge, who gets it out for Alex Stell, who just towers over everybody. Now he's got it again out between the circles, and he's going to go for a three. Doesn't go. And the rebound went to Owen Niebrugge, but it was stolen away by Darrell Crumble. Indians down the floor. Corey Harris gets it over to Matthew Smith, who will get fouled going up to the basket. Waterloo with their first foul. And Matthew Smith going to go to the line. So Smith with a chance to shoot two. 80% free throw shooter. He has been very good at the line for the Indians. But this one not going to go. He's been somebody that the Indians have counted on at the free throw line. Indians are 63% at the line this year. He buries the second one. Indians get it to within a two-possession game, 14-10 here. 7:26 to go, we're in the second quarter. Niebrugge looks inside Stell. Stell goes to work on Crumble and able to bury that one, no problem. Stell, who has a whole foot on Jarrell Crumble. Crumble gives it up over. Finds Smith, now Crumble back out for Harris. Harris trying to drive, dishes it back out for Crumble. Crumble to Smith down the left corner. Smith trying to find the baseline, and then it gets knocked to the bounds by Niebrugge down there in the corner. Or excuse me, that's Luke Gilbert. That one corner, it's hard to see the numbers of Waterloo players from where we're sitting. Matthew Smith able to find it over to Corey Harris. Right wing three, deep right wing three, and that one goes down. Indians within three, 16-13, 6:38 to go in the second. Niebrugge looks into Stell, top of the key. He's looking around for somewhere to go. Finds Max Oswald, who's going to go to the rim and knock it down. Crumble over to Harris. Harris from three again, short, doesn't go. Indians keep possession, but Hollins throws it away into the hands of the Bulldogs. Now it's knocked free, Bulls on the floor, scramble for, picked up on McCoo. They get it to Harris. Harris can't get it, he's fouled. Going to try to take it to the rim. And Harris, in all likelihood, gonna get free throws. So the Bulldogs with two fouls. Harris gets the first one. So it's 18-14, 6:07 to go. Indians on a 7-3 run to open up the second quarter. This one is good as well. So the Indians down only by 3 with 6:03 to go in the second. Down the floor come the Dogs. Stell looks to Glenser, trying to get to the rim, can't get it. And we're gonna get a travel down to the corner. McCoo was putting the pressure on Tyler Divider. And he ended up letting his feet get a little too dancy. Corey Harris up the floor for the Indians, finds McCoo, gets a lane, now back out to Harris, who kicks it out for Crumble. Crumble over to Smith. Smith looking around, somewhere to go, now gives it back to Harris, left wing. Harris gonna roll off the screen, little jumper, and we're gonna get a wedgie. Stuck in the, next to the net. And they're gonna say that that means the Indians will get to keep possession. So because of the wedgie, the Indians keep possession. Matthew Smith doesn't want to take a three. Harris inside trying to find Smith. And it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indians. Alex Stell knocked it out of bounds. Carlo Garcia back into the game. He'll replace Jarrell Crumble. They'll throw this ball out, and it's picked up by Matthew Smith. Max Oswald, though, gets a little handsy. Here's McCoo, left wing. Gets it over and across for Hollins. Hollins, top of the circles. Gets it over to Garcia, over to Harris, right wing. Harris to McCoo, top circles. McCoo spinning, looking around. 4:56 to go, 18-15 as Waterloo took the ball back. Waterloo, and that's Metzger, gets it over. They look at his Stell. Stell doesn't have anywhere to go. Trying to dribble, gets it, finds underneath Trent Glenser, who goes up and in. And the Bulldogs lead is 5. Hollins gets it to McCoo, now back over for Smith. Smith to Garcia, left corner. Garcia left corner, gets it back for Harris. Harris gives it for McCoo, deep three, off the front of the iron. It was short, and it just bounces out of bounds. 4:21 to play. Bulldogs will get the ball back up 5. Ball's coming down the floor. Metzger lobs it over to Stell, back out, finds Glenser. Up and across, Oswald doesn't get it. Put back though is tapped back in by Stell. And the Bulldogs increase the lead to 7. Timeout on the floor. Excuse me, I'm not sure what the stoppage of play. I thought a timeout was called. 3 is from Crumble is no good. The Indians get the offensive rebound. I'm not sure where the stoppage of play came from. Ball comes up, that's missed, but the Indians keep with the offensive glass. Now we're going to get a foul on Waterloo, and the Indians get something there. So the Indians draw the foul. Stephen Holland swings it across for Harris. Harris drives, tries to find Smith, and throws it into the hands of Oswald. Tyler Divider going to come up the floor, goes right wing, down to the corner. They look inside for Stell. Swings it into the hands of McCoo. McCoo coming down the floor with speed, throws one up, goes off the side of the backboard. Indians keep it though as he got it his own rebound. Harris trying to look underneath for Smith that ends up bouncing it out of bounds. And the Indians turn it over. 3:06 to go in the second, 22-15 Bulldogs. Divider gonna bring it up the floor. Swings it over to the right side. Looks for Stell, top of the key. Gets it over to Divider, right wing. Directing traffic with his right hand. Now looks inside for Stell. Kicks it back out top of the key. Oswald drives inside. Kicks it back out. Divider going to go right side. Now they play it across over for Reed Metzger. Metzger over to Divider. Grinds Glenser on the right, on the left side. Now here's Oswald from three, and it bounces around at the front of the rim to the back of the rim, and then falls for a three, and the Bulldogs have the 10-point lead with 2:22 to go. Ball comes left side for Harris. Harris now to the baseline left side. Goes underneath for Crumble. Crumble, who's a foot shorter than Alex Stell, tries to go up and ends up having it. It ends up just throwing it, and it goes out of bounds. I mean, he was trying to go to work on Stell, who's a full foot taller than him. Bulldogs coming back, get it into Stell, who has it between the circles. Divider now, as Stell will try to work his way down low. Looking down low, Stell between the top at the top of the key. Swings it over right side for Oswald. Oswald gets it in, now they find Stell inside. Stell pivoting, he's got three Indians on him. Now they swing it out for Metzger. We're going to get a foul down on the baseline. They're going to say that Jarrell Crumble got a little handsy inside on Max Oswald. Missed basket there. Here come the Indians. Crumble throws one up on a Euro. Doesn't have anywhere to go, but the Indians keep possession. Harris gets it back to Crumble. Back to Harris. They swing it to Smith. They're swinging it around the outside of the perimeter. Hollins gets around after a screen from Smith. Dishes it off. Crumble with a tip to McCoo. Three ball coming. Too strong. Crumble with the offensive rebound, but the rebound that came all the way back to the three-point line. Harris gets it across. They find Smith, who can't find it. Underneath, we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Waterloo, and maybe, just maybe, the whistle was blown preemptively as Smith ended up falling to the ground. Minute 01 to go. Waterloo going to come up the floor leading by 10. Trent Glenser going to go left, now cuts back right. Now coming back over left side, got it between the circles, cuts it back across, finds Divider. Looks inside, they get Stell. Stell goes to work on Smith, goes up, and with the left hand, lays it up and in. Alex Stell putting on a clinic inside, as he should for a 6'10 senior. 30 seconds to go, the Bulldogs up 12, 27-17, and now the ball thrown away, over and back, all the way down, and Waterloo will have it down in the near corner. Divider will inbound the ball. They find Metzger into Stell. Stell goes out for Glenser. Glenser into Stell again. He's got three Indians on him. He'll turn and shoot it. Back of the iron, and it falls down. Just goes right over top of everybody. Corey Harris throws it, essentially throws it off of Divider out of bounds now in the left corner for the Indians. And the Indians will get one more shot with 2.1 seconds to go in the second. Bulldogs will take a double-digit lead going into halftime, though. 2.1 to go. Ball going to get inbounded. McCoo catches, shoots it, and misses the three. And that takes us to the half here in Waterloo. Halftime to Waterloo, the Indians and the Bulldogs. Waterloo with a 14-point lead. They lead 29-15. This is the Indian Sports Network. We'll see you at the second half. Once again, we say welcome back to Waterloo High School as the Indians and the Bulldogs get ready for the second half here tonight as the Indians try to win their second straight. Bulldogs have won 5 in a row, and they're trying to keep that going. Indians get the ball coming out of the half. Jaden McCoo going to go to Corey Harris, left corner, right corner, over to Crumble, left wing. Indians moving quickly. Harris gets it back to Crumble. And now a floater, not going to go, and the ball is tipped back, up and in. Nice tip in there by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming back the other way. Up the floor they come. Tyler Divider's going to get it to Reed Metzger. Is going to bring it between the circles. Metzger gets it over and across. Looking around, trying to find somewhere to go. Gets it out of, looks around, gets it across. Divider, right wing 3. Off the iron, doesn't want to go. Matthew Smith picks up the rebound for the Indians. And now here comes Stephen Hollins and the Tribe. Hollins will take the jumper. It's a 2. Alex Stell going to pick up the rebound, and the Bulldogs bring it right back the other way. Turning around up the floor comes Metzger between the circles. Swings it across, finds Glenzer. Glenzer into Stell. Stell back out for Glenzer. Going to pull it beyond the arc. Not going to go. It was a little too strong, and then he gets tripped up on the offensive rebound. That came all the way right back to him. Foul goes to Stephen Hollins. They look inside. Stell takes the dribble, now turns to his right, misses the basket. Rebound for Max Oswald, who gets fouled, trying to put it back up. He'll go to the line for 2. 6:34 to go, third quarter. Oswald, 61.5% at the free throw line. This one, though, rolls off the front of the rim to the back and then rolls off. Does not fall. Second free throw, not good either. Matthew Smith with the rebound for the Indians. And now they come back down the floor. Here's Harris to McCoo. Now Crumble has it, left corner. They get it down to Smith. Harris trying to drive, puts one up for the free throw line, doesn't go down. Still gets the rebound, and now the Indians bring it back the other way. Metzger going to work with Crumble. Crumble defending him nicely. Has to push him back into the backcourt. Has to throw it across, baseball pass over to Stell. Stell looks, lays it up, right hand, doesn't go. Hollins, the rebound, dishes it over to Harris, who tries to go to the rim and then takes a tumble, and he is down. Slow to get up, and he is able to get up. Looked like he may have hit his face on the, got hit in the face. And he is going to go to the free throw line. They're going to say he got knocked up in the process of shooting, so he's going to go to the free throw line here. And the first free throw is short. 5:55 to go in the third. Bulldogs ahead by 12, 29-17. Harris, second free throw, doesn't go. Harris coming into the night at 64.7%, goes 0 for 2 there. Oswald looking around, kicks it back out to the Divider, has it right side, looking around, has to just push back into the backcourt before finding it over to Max Oswald. Oswald swings it across right side, they get it inside to Stell, who just bodies everybody and puts it up and in. 5:25 to go. Hollins swings it across. McCoo Down to the baseline, spins around, looking, goes, finds Harris outside. Harris trying to take it inside, finds Smith to the baseline, dishes it back out, throws it away. Divider gets it to Metzger, and now that one's pickpocketed by McCoo. Finds Harris, spins through the lane, has to pick it up though. Alex Stell gets in his grill. McCoo trying to get to the lane, and now bounces it off the foot of Stell. They're going to say he kicked it, and so the Indians will get possession. Owen Niebrugge, as well as Luke Gilbert into the game for the Indians, or for the Bulldogs, excuse me. Jada McCoo takes this shot from just to the right of the top of the key. Rebound belonging to Stell, who just continues to rack up rebounds and points like nobody's business. Divider cuts it down, right corner baseline, out for Stell beyond the arc. Doesn't take the shot, finds Stork down. Niebrugge now gets it out for Stell. Stell, pass fake, goes to the rim, and it rolls out, and then it's knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs, and the Indians will get it back. 4:22 to go. They trail by 14. 4:18 to play as Hollins across the timeline for the Indians. Over to Crumble. Crumble to McCoo. McCoo with a fake to three. He's going to get it to Harris, who tries to go up. And the rebound was Matthew Smith's, but then it's stolen out of his hands by Metzger. Up the floor comes Owen Niebrugge, who goes left. Niebrugge looks inside, finds Gilbert, who goes up, puts it in. The Bulldogs add to their lead here, 33-17. McCoo gets it to Crumble. Crumble's three, too strong off the rim. Alex Stell with another rebound. 3:38 to go in the third, 33-17 Waterloo. Ball comes up, and we have ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs as Matthew Smith knocked out of bounds as Gilbert was trying to knock it away. Griffin Stork comes into the game. 33-17. Divider going to inbound the ball. Looking around. Going to go back out for Niebrugge. Niebrugge looks inside for Stell, who nearly had it pickpocketed, but he's able to pick it up, and we're going to have a foul down near the baseline, away from the ball, but a foul nonetheless. I believe that's going to be on Carlo Garcia. Nevertheless, Bulldogs inbound the basketball. Left corner, they look at Stell. Now it's picked away. Hollins, it went off the hands of Stell. Hollins trying to go coast to coast. He can't. He gets fouled. And this is Griffin Stork guilty there. (33-17), 3:10 to go. Ball gets thrown out. They go up. Harris on the right wing. Harris goes across. Garcia, three ball, doesn't go. And it goes out of bounds off of the Indians. Bulldogs will get it back. Jada McCoo checks back in to replace Stephen Hollins. 2:59 to go in the third. Bulldogs ahead, 33-17. This ball's thrown away as Niebrugge, after it being inbounded, was trying to pass it over to Divider, and Divider wasn't paying attention. He was just running up the floor ready to make a play, and Niebrugge had nowhere to go with it. Indians coming up between the circles. It's Harris. Harris bounces it over to Carter Garcia. Garcia takes a dribble, now goes back to Crumble, or Harris rather. Harris goes up, deflected and blocked by Stell. Harris down right corner. Goes over, trying to get to the lane, gonna kick it out for Garcia, over to Smith between the circles, top of the key. Looks right, now goes left. Harris between the circles, goes inside, steps back, throws it over to Garcia, right corner. Now over right wing, over to McCoo, left corner three, bang! Been a while since the Indians have put points on the board. They get a three there from McCoo. Now McCoo gonna steal it back on the other end. He's gonna try to go up against Stell, and Stell's gonna foul him. So Jada McCoo tried to go up against Alex Stell. Stell, who is 8 inches taller than he is. But he did manage to draw a foul from it. 1:59 to go. McCoo makes the first free throw. 1:59 to go third quarter. It's 33-21. 33-21. See what McCoo can do here on the second free throw. Low scoring affair for the most part tonight. Be a battle first to 20. McCoo knocks down the second free throw as well. See who gets to 50 first. That very well could be the winner of the game. And right now it's looking like it's going to be Waterloo. The Indians putting pressure though. Still haven't gotten it across the timeline. Now they do. Glenzer goes to the rim. Can't get it. Carlo Garcia picked up the glass. Here's McCoo. Right wing trying to drive. Gets to the free throw line. Puts up the jumper. And McCoo with a jumper for two. 1:30 to go in the third. The Indians have cut the lead down to 11, 33 to 9 rather, 33-24. And Waterloo will take a timeout. Their second of the game. They've got 3 remaining. A 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it right here. 1:23 to go in the third. The Indians have started to play a little bit better basketball. .123 remaining in the game. Or in the third, excuse me. Indians trailing by 9. Bulldogs have it coming out of the timeout, baseline. Alex Stell gonna get it up, way back up in the top corner of the half court. Now Stell up between the circles, goes underneath, and it's Tyler DeViter who's underneath to find it, and the Bulldogs pick 2 more up. Harris trying to drive the lane, has to go back out for Smith. Smith out there for McCoo. Pulls back, dribbling just a little bit, now goes on the attack, picks up, takes the 3, strong off the back of the iron. Garcia nearly had the rebound, but he ends up knocking it into the hands of Stell. DeViter goes underneath and finds Glenzer. Now to Metzger over in the corner. Back to Glenzer, right wing. He's got Harris clamped down on him. Now trying to hand it off, picked away, foul cold as McCoo was trying to pickpocket. We'll see, and the Indians will get it. They'll put that one on Metzger. Bulldogs have committed 4 fouls now in this third quarter. 31.2 seconds remaining in the third. 35-24 Bulldogs. McCoo gonna take a jumper from the left side. He'll knit that one. Indians down 9, 35-26 here in the third. 17 seconds to go. Metzger over and across for DeViter. Back over. They find Stell between the circles. They get it to DeViter. He's got Harris on, and they look at his Stell. Stell turns, throws one off the window and good. And Alex Stell keeps on going. 37 seconds. McCoo off the rim. Would have been good if it went. And that ends the third. We'll take it a break. End of the third quarter. It's 37-26. Bulldogs lead the Indians.
Do you ever find yourself not wanting to cook tonight? Well, lucky for you, Mascoutah offers so many good food options such as Spuds. Spuds is a locally owned restaurant that serves the biggest and best baked potatoes that you will ever try. They also serve a variety of paninis, salads, soups, and so much more. Spuds is located in downtown Mascoutah, and they are open Monday through Friday from 10:30 to 8 p.m., Saturday 11 to 8, and Sunday 11 to 2. So the next time you're craving a potato, make sure you come down to Spuds.
Bulldogs have the basketball coming out of the timeout. Alex Stell, by the way, 16 points in this game. That three for the corner, no good for Max Oswald. Down the floor comes Corey Harris. He will not get fouled. They're going to just say that it went out of bounds on him trying to shoot it. No foul called. There could have been one, though. Trent Glenzer going to give it over to Divider. Back over to Glenzer over on the right side. Trying to get across the timeline. The Indians put a ton of pressure on. Now they find Metzger to seam. Back to Metzger. 7.5 to play. We're in the fourth. 37-26 Bulldogs. Metzger trying to drive. Throws it to the corner for Glenzer. Looks around. Gets it inside to Stell, who throws one up and in. Give him 18 on the night. Indians get it, Crumble to the lane. Crumble gets it on Stell. A foot taller, who cares? 39-28 Bulldogs. 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Looking around, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. That will be Corey Harris, I believe. $39-28, 6:56 to go. Glenzer gonna look inside for Oswald, trying to go up. Now they go to the corner. Metzger back to Glenzer. Playing around, Metzger on the left wing. Goes, looks, trying to find, gets it inside for Stell at the free throw line. Gonna take the jumper, doesn't want to go. Rebound for Jaden McCoo and the Indians. McCoo up the rim. He takes it to the rim. Put back by Hollins. Doesn't go. And Alex Stell picks up yet another rebound. Glenzer going to try to roll on Hollins. They get it across the timeline. Now they give it back to Glenzers. Glenzer looks Metzger. Trying to go up. Kicks it out for Oswald. Oswald drives. Now back out. Metzger wide open three left side. And Metzger knocks it down from deep. And it's 42-28 Bulldogs, 5:58 to go, we're in the fourth. Here's a three from Corey Harris. And Corey Harris hits a three in response for the Indians. 42-31. Stell, no look pass for Oswald. He's wide open, but he misses the three. Stephen Hollins gets the rebound, gonna come down the floor. He'll send it across for Darrell Crumble. Gets it up for McCoo, for Harris. Left corner three, no good. Stell with the easy rebound. And up come the floor, come the Bulldogs. Divider across the timeline. Back into the backcourt, pickpocketed. Harris gonna take it to the rim. And the Indians lead is 9. Timeout on the floor taken by the Indians. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And that will be in 30 seconds. We'll keep it here. So the Indians got a couple of string a couple of points together there. They've cut the lead down to 9. But they're going to have to put something more than just 5 or 6 in a row together if they want to win this game. It's a 9-point game, 5:13 remaining in regulation. And if they don't shut down Alex Stell, well, they're not going to have any way to win this one. Stell has just been a dominant force all night long. Bulldogs will have it. Baseline underneath their own basket. Metzger gonna bring it up the floor, double team. Ball comes free. McCoo's got it. Down in the corner. And he is fouled down in the corner. So it's 5:03 to go. The Indians have possession. McCoo will inbound it. McCoo gonna inbound it from in front of his own bench. To find Matthew Smith. Now back to McCoo. McCoo trying to throw it somewhere and just throws it into the hands of Stell. Stell gets it to Niebrugge. Niebrugge to Glenzer up ahead. Back to Niebrugge. Baseline drive. Trying to bounce pass it underneath. Finds Stell out to the divider. Comes in. Takes the jumper. Doesn't go. Now they throw it ahead for Crumble. Crumble goes up. Deflected and rejected by Divider. Looking around. Throwing it up. Divider gonna come. Find Stell between the circles. 4:22 to go in the fourth. 42-33 Bulldogs. Out to Stell, who wanted to take the three, didn't. Now they send it across, Divider, over to Oswald. Oswald gonna go back to Stell, who looks inside. Oswald nowhere to go, and he just goes up with the left hand. Yeah, with the right hand rather, and puts it in. 3:50 to go. Bulldogs ahead by 11. Here's Harris, who takes it to the free throw line and puts it up and in. 44-35 Bulldogs. 3:37 to go. Ball gets kicked here by Harris as the Bulldogs try to inbound it. Ball got lost between, ball got tucked in a little space between the bleachers and the walls, so someone had to go get it. Now we're ready to go. 3:37 remaining. Ball gets knocked away. They dump it up for Hollins. Is Harris able to steal it on the inbound? Hollins put it back up and in. 44-37, it's a 7-point game. 3:17 to go. Ball picked up by McCoo. McCoo to the rim. He puts it in. The Indians down by 5. Timeout taken by Waterloo. And they want their full time. Full timeout Waterloo, 3:10 to go. The Indians only down by 5. We're back in just a moment. This is the Indian Sports Network. 3:10 to go. We're in the fourth quarter. 44-39 Bulldogs. Here in Waterloo. Glad to have you with us here on the Indian Sports Network. Just a reminder, our next broadcast of Indians basketball will be on Monday as the girls take on Freeburg at home. Waterloo has the basketball. Coming down the floor is Metzger, who's going to dump one in inside the paint. And Waterloo gets another couple of points to increase the lead. Corey Harris going to take this one. Trying to go coast to coast. He gets fouled. That one will be on Divider. .246 to go in the fourth. Here's McCoo, inbound to McCoo, gets the jumper off the rip. Rebound goes long and wild. And Stephen Islands trips up Trent Glenser. Stephen Hollands called for that foul. Glenser goes off to the bench. Or does he? No, he doesn't. He stays in the game. They brought in Oswald to replace Gilbert. Metzger between the circles. I thought Glenser was going off because he was holding his arm after hitting the ground. 2:23 to go. Fourth quarter, 46-39 Waterloo. Oswald looking for somewhere to go, finds Metzger, now trying to go to his left, and he's fouled. That's the third foul of the quarter for the Indians. And so the Bulldogs and the Indians dangerously close to giving away free throws. Metzger down the lane, looking around, and he is called for the travel. 7-point game, 2:10 to go, and the Indians down 7 will have possession. Crumble and then bound to Harris. Crumble, Harris, McCoo, Smith, Hollins on the floor right now for the Indians. Crumble has it, now to McCoo, left wing. Gonna go baseline here, try to throw it up. He's denied by Stell, who got a hand on it. Under 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Oswald trying to drive. Gives it back out. They'll go out for Stell, out between the circles, 2 on him. Now they find Glenser going up, can't finish at the rim, but the rebound belongs to Oswald, who pulls it out beyond the arc, and the Bulldogs reset. They look for Divider, who again brings it back out. Here's Metzger, throws one up for Divider, blocked from behind, no! A foul by Smith. Smith got a hand of the ball from behind, but in doing so, inadvertently made contact with Divider. Divider will go to the line for 2. It is a shooting foul. He buries down the first one. 47-39 with 1:28 to go. Second one down as well. 48-39, 1:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Harris dribbling, takes up the jumper off the rim, short, doesn't go. Stell with the rebound. 1:13 to go. Oswald over to Divider on the right side. 1:07 to go. They look around, now over to Stell. Stell gets it over to Divider. And he'll be fouled. And that is the 5th foul for the Indians. 48-39, minute 01 to go. Waterloo now officially in the bonus. The Indians have 3 timeouts. Trailing by 9. Make it 10 as the free throw is good. second free throw is good for Divider as well. Divider came into this game 71.4% for the stripe. Harris gets it to McCoo. And we'll get a travel from Carlo Garcia. Trying to take it to the rim. 50-39, 52.6 seconds to go. Divider gets it into Metzger. Metzger's going to throw it to Divider. Divider down the floor, going to take it to the rim. Now pulls it back beyond the arc. Baseball pass deflected. Garcia up the floor for the Indians. Going to try and take it all the way. Throws up a prayer, no good. Rebound Matthew Smith. Throws this one up with the left hand. That one doesn't go, and a rebound to Alex Stell. 30 seconds to go. The Bulldogs up by 11. Throws it over to Harris. Harris left wing three. That's short. Hollins gets the rebound. Now misses from the free throw line, in and out. Stell with the rebound, and Reed Metzger will have a timeout taken, I believe, and we'll have a timeout taken. And they'll get subs of all kinds will come in here. Waterloo will just completely sub the floor. So will the Indians, except for Carlo Garcia. And with 11.1 seconds on the clock, that's going to do it for this game. 11.1 seconds to go. Landon Warner inbounds the ball, finds Isaiah Mallory. Mallory gets it back out. This is Cruz Latchin. We're going to have a foul. We're going to have the ball get taken away. Indians get it back. Last second, and that will be that. So the Indians fall to the Bulldogs 50-39 in blowout fashion, and not necessarily blowout fashion. It's a bit of a stretch. But 50-39, the Indians drop this one to Waterloo, and they fall to 3-3. They are now 0-2 in the Mississippi Valley. Waterloo wins their 6th in a row. They are now They are now 6-2, 2-0 in the Mississippi Valley, and the Indians digging themselves a deep early season hole within the MVC. We thank everybody who tuned in tonight. I'd like to send a thank you over to Tim Gould in the Waterloo High School Athletic Department. Tim Gould, their athletic director, for setting us up with our spot tonight, giving us the opportunity to broadcast this game. We want to thank him. We are so glad that you joined us here tonight for Indians basketball. Once again, your final score for Waterloo: Bulldogs 50, Indians 39. This has been a presentation of the Mascoutah Indians Sports Network. Owen Essler saying good night.